guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and Global got top grossing yesterday. I was a little bit busy yesterday, kinda, sorta. And I didn't get a chance to cover this news all the way, right? So, what happened is we got first place for Goku and Vegeta. Now, I will be honest, I'm actually pretty surprised that Global even got top grossing on this, because the banners suck. The units, well, they are quite good. They are still wonky in many situations. Not exactly cooler type units where you could just plug them in anywhere and they're good, right? Like, you know, these are units that you want to build the team around and they will be good, but at the same time, I would not say that either of these units are on the same level as something like LR Tech Broly or LR Gohan and Goten, other units who you have to build the entire team around, right? Because, you know, these are just TURs and not LRs, you know, as the homie Gresh points out. So, what we have here is Global hitting top grossing is the Apple App Store in France. So, they got 7 stones. The Dokkan Wiki always does a really clean job, like usual, of just showing us what the rewards are. So, 7 stones, Diamond Hercule statue, and then a... Is that the usual amount of orbs they give? I feel like that's a bit smaller than usual. Maybe it's because it's 2 different types of orbs. That's probably why. Well, 4,000 orbs in total, I guess, is not bad. Alright, so these rewards aren't the craziest, right? Sure, I understand, but, like, this is actually consistent. You know, I'm seeing that there's a lot of complaining about these rewards, that it's only 7 stones. I mean, number one, again, Global players have to understand that the celebration is good, but these banners suck. Like, expecting top grossing rewards for these banners was a pipe dream at all. Like, I don't really understand. And it's hard to compare it to JP because JP, remember, these units are brand new with no knowledge of what's coming afterwards. And this was the New Year's celebration for JP, which is always a big time celebration. Also, I would like to add that the whole global pandemic was not a thing in New Year's when the Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku banners were out. Well, I mean, it was, like, you know, a thing, but not, like, to where it is now. So, you know, that is going to have an impact, right? Like, the longer that goes on, the more impact that's going to have on, like, these games and stuff like that. Like, you know, JP did not hit top grossing for Golden Week, and I felt like the pandemic was probably had a hand in that, right? Like, you know, and again, this Goku and Vegeta banner really is not that good. If you are a smart player on Global, you're not really summoning like crazy for these banners. I mean, it's going to be so easy, right, to just skip these banners, and then if you really want Goku and Vegeta, summon for them when Gotenks and Buu come out. And people will say, like, not everyone likes to be told to save stones, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure, but why are you playing Global in the first place then? Like, you know, if you're going to play Global, one of the big advantages to playing Global is being able to have this foresight, this knowledge of how certain banners are going to look, how the schedule can look at certain times. So summoning for Goku and Vegeta when the situation much more benefits you, when they're on better banners with better units, and there's less featured units, it just makes no sense to summon on these banners right now, right? But at the same time, I do like the idea of doing the first couple steps on each banner. Was it 220 stones in total? You do all the steps. I do think that is probably a very good idea, right? So, I was looking through some posts over on the Dokkan subreddit. I wish I didn't have to... whatever. Okay. So, I was looking through some posts on the Dokkan subreddit, right? A lot of talking about how it's only 7 stones. Now, the way I see it, this does seem consistent. Global will give usually 7 stones per country that hits top grossing. That's the way it is. Like, one thing that is sort of distracting a lot of Global players out there, unfortunately, is the fact that previously Global did not give out stones unless many countries were hitting like top grossing and stuff like that, right? And then they would give out like a bigger chunk. But then, I mean, people tend to forget, like, people have memories of like Goldfish or something like that. In December, when Blue Kaioken Goku, what did he got top grossing? I believe it was in less countries than people thought it was. It was like 2 or 3 or something like that, right? But because they didn't hit the normal threshold, Global did not give out top grossing stones for Blue Kaioken Goku. Global players went nuts. They were furious. And, you know, Akatsuki and Bandai, they heard people complaining about that, about the way that the top grossing stones were being handled, so they changed it. I did videos on this earlier in the year, I believe, when Beerus got top grossing on JP and when Cooler got top grossing on Global, pretty much like back-to-back days. I did videos on it talking about it, but Global has changed how they operate with top grossing, right? So like, whereas previously they wouldn't give out like 7 stones like this, but now they will because of all the complaints during Blue Kaioken Goku. Now they're going to go ahead and give out these 7 stone rewards like this. So I don't, it's just one of those things, right, where it's like every single, no matter what happens, there's a ton of complaints. Like if we go down, right, I just want to address a couple of key, okay, so remember when Dokkan would give 30 stones for top grossing? See, like I feel like this, I don't even want to show his name while talking about it really, but like I'm not trying to attack anyone, but like this is mainly like a JP thing, right, where like I feel like a lot of times, like, there's a lot of global players who might, like, sit back and watch, like, how JP things operate. And, like, you gotta understand it works differently, right? Like, JP, their app store is far more competitive than Global's app store is, right? So, like, JP gets top grossing on Android, you know, they get top grossing on Apple and stuff like that, and usually the rewards are better. It's just how it is. There's differences between the versions. I mean, you know, we have... At a certain point, like, a lot of you guys on Global have got to accept things are the way they are, right? Like, I'll jokingly talk about the Global tickets a lot, right? But, like, you know, I've accepted the fact that them shits aren't coming to JP. Like, if you're on JP, you're on JP with the knowledge that you're not going to be able to get the same level of elite discounts that Global is, right? Global is going to get far better discounts. So on Global, your stones will go a lot farther for you than they will on JP, right? But the point about being on JP is that 99% of the content on JP is brand new. And, you know, you're going to get it first. And then there's, as such, things like Beerus are just going to feel a lot more hype. You know, when Beerus drops on Global, I would say there's a very decent chance that Beerus is kind of like, who cares on Global, right? Like, you know, he's super good. I think he is kind of up there on the same level as Cooler, but a lot of people just aren't going to care because he's been out on JP for months, right? So, like, that's a thing you have to keep in mind. But, again, it's more so that JP would give out 30 stones. The way it always goes is JP would hit Apple, usually day 1. They hit top grossing in Apple, and then maybe Google Play hits top grossing the next day or the day after, and then 100 stones are given out. And we get down here, and this is pretty much correct, right? This sort of like method that Global has been giving out stones for quite a while is sort of like this. Now, again, previously, they weren't giving out like, okay, 7 stones. Like, what did God Goku get on Global? I think it was 14 stones, right? Like, they're giving out these smaller numbers. Now, someone points out, okay, right here. This is perfect. Global just got 30 stones for reaching top grossing in one store only. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at which one it is. Oh, it's Bardock. Here, let me actually click it so you guys see, but it's Bardock. You can't count Bardock. Now, you might say, what? Why not? Well, you're just willy-nilly deciding you can't count Bardock? The reason you can't count Bardock is because Bardock came out at the same time as JP, right? Usually, when these celebrations happen, Global and JP together, download celebrations, Saiyan Day, stuff like this, both versions usually do get the same amount of stones. It's just JP gets them first. That's the only thing. So, like, when Akatsuki does a good job about that, right? It's like they make sure that Global, they do match up Global's rewards with JP's during these celebrations. So, you know, the next download celebration, which presumably, right, would be the end of August, I would, you know, tell y'all to expect that whatever JP gets for top grossing, Global will likely get that as well, unless maybe JP doesn't hit top grossing and Global does, then Global would get, you know, rewards and JP would not, right? So keep that in mind, because that's the reason why, you know, Global got 30 was Bardock, you know, is at the exact same time as JP, right? Like, they're not going to give, all right, so JP got 30 stones and here's Global 7, like, for the same banner. That's not typically something they do. Then I saw another post where it's like we're just like complaining and bitching like that. Apparently this was, again, I was busy pretty much the last couple days, but like everyone, like I just don't understand. Like, we know how they operate, how they're doing things now. Like, they changed after the complaints for Blue Kaioken Goku, they changed things up. This is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted top grossing stones for Blue Kaioken Goku, But, whatever magic threshold Akatsuki and Bandai have decided to where they would give out stones previously, they decided, okay, we'll get rid of that, and we'll give stones out to each country that hits it. Well, guess what? Only France hit it. So you guys got 7 stones. Like, it's not a big deal. I really understand. And, people are saying, like, I also saw another post. I believe it was deleted, but I saw another post. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. People were saying, everyone saving stones is keeping Global from hitting top grossing. No. You know what's keeping Global from hitting top grossing? The banners fucking suck. That's what's keeping Global from hitting top grossing. Okay? Here's what they do. Get both versions on the same timeline. Bam! Pretty simple, right? I bet you if this was December and these banners were on Global and JP at the same time, then guess what? Global would be hitting top grossing in a lot more countries than just one. Okay? That's the thing. Enough is enough. The games need to be on the same timeline. Like that's it. Period. There's no reason whatsoever for Global to be behind. It does nothing. It does nothing but foster like negative emotions in the community. We just don't need it. That's the number one concern, really. It's like these games need to be put on the same timeline. There's just no excuse. It would be so easy too. Like, and people go, oh, so you're gonna just like either completely stop JP or just push out like 50 banners on Global? No, that's not, dude. If they delayed JP banners by 1 week and then moved Global stuff fast forwarded by 1 week, it would take only like 3 months or something like that for the games to catch up. Like, it would not take long at all. Like just so like, okay, right now, I'm expecting the next Dokkan Fest exclusive on JP between the 25th to the 31st in that week. If instead of that, the JP exclusive came out, or well, not JP exclusive, but the next Dokkan Fest exclusive on JP came out like the 1st to the 6th, that's all you got to do. You just slowly do that. And then, like, whereas right now I'm maybe expecting the next global Dokkan Fest, maybe somewhere between like the 6th to the 13th or the 15th or something like that. You just push that up 1 week, right? And the anniversary we're expecting on the 7th, just push it up to the 1st. You just sort of do stuff like that. And it would not take long at all. Like by November or October or December or something like that, the games can be lined up and we're good. And then a lot of this nonsense just doesn't need to exist. So, because like honestly, like if you're complaining about these rewards, I don't know what to tell you, because this is like exactly what you should have been expecting. There's nothing out of line here. Nothing is surprising here. Nothing is a mystery. This is it. Like going into the Goku and Vegeta banner, this is the criteria they have set for us, and this is what we can expect. If Global has more countries hit top grossing, you're probably going to get more stones. Like, if another country hits top grossing, you'll probably get 7 more stones. Again, after the complaints for Blue Kaioken Goku, that's what Global decided to do, right? So, I mean, you just got to accept it. If you don't like it, play JP. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I know people really hate to be told that, but this is how it is. Like there's differences between versions. I mean, JP has been struggling to hit top grossing a lot lately. I mean, I think, again, that's more so from the pandemic than anything, because, I mean, JP did kill it during the 5-year anniversary. They didn't hit top grossing during the LR banner, the Goku Black and Broly Chile and Lemo, but, I mean, that was a special exception, because I remember one of the top App Store games, it's like Monster Strike or something like that, had a Demon Slayer collab. So, like, we're talking... Like I think Dokkan, if the Blue Vegeta and Gogeta banners were head-to-head with that, Dokkan probably would have won. But, like, Demon Slayer is, like, the hottest shit ever in Japan, right? So, like, you did a collab with, like, already one of the only apps that can ever beat Dokkan consistently. And, like, that was just sort of a special occurrence, right? The 5-year anniversary was very successful. JP did hit top grossing for this banner. So, I guess technically JP did hit top grossing for Bardock as well. But we didn't for Blue Kaioken Goku, which I guess isn't really, I mean, that's not that surprising, right? But Golden Week, I mean, this is the first time I think Golden Week has not hit top grossing. I mean, Gotenks and Boo are not the most hyped characters, but I would not say they're, I mean, the units are very good, too. I don't know. I feel like if their teams were better, maybe that would have allowed them to hit top grossing. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Again, if you are upset about these rewards, I don't really see the need to be. And again, like, not a lot of people are going to be summoning on these banners compared to usual. The banners suck, and the best banners ever in the history of the game are right around the corner. Like, People need to accept that. Like, the blue feud, like, I've said, how many times do I have to go over it? That the 5th year anniversary, not only does it have the best anniversary units ever, it has the best anniversary banners ever. Like, it's the best ever. You know, the content of the anniversary itself maybe is not as good as it was during the 4-year anniversary, but the banners and the banner characters are far better and far more hype than the LR Super Saiyan 4s were. It's just how it is. So, like, you know, this anniversary is going to be special. Dokkan, like, Akatsuki, they know it. Like, really, you know, if they wanted to, they should have greatly changed these banners. You know, here's what they should have done. Kept the LR Super Saiyan 4s on the banners, cut the banners down to 7 units, and then added better units in place of, like, Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and shit like that. Like, those didn't need to be there. Again, the Dokkan Wiki is just pure greatness. They always have links to everything in, like, 2 seconds. I really appreciate them. But, like, you know, again, like, you take Transforming Goku off of there, you take him off of there, you take him off of there, and you put, like, really good units in their place. Off the top of my head, I can't think of some, but you just replace him with good units. And it's the same thing with this Vegeta thing. Like, you get rid of you get rid of you get rid of you, and you replace him with good units. This Goku and Vegeta theme, it's fine, but it didn't need to be there. It didn't. So, you know, you could have just made it better. I mean, Namek Goku, like, just put Namek Goku on here. Who cares? I mean, that would help. Is there a Vegeta that they could have put on here? Probably not, huh? I don't know. I mean, regardless, if these banners were better, more than one country would hit it, but a lot of people are saving anyway. But again, remember that a lot of, like, free-to-play players, stuff like that, don't actually contribute to top grossing. And, like, if you are a paying player, the smart thing to do would be to buy the sale stones anyway and then save those for the 5-year anniversary. But, you know, we'll kind of see what people decide to do. So, all right, there we go. Global got top grossing. Again, I'm sorry, but I don't think there's any issue with this. The rewards are fine for just Apple Store in France hitting it. I mean, you know, it's fine. It's fine. One other thing, I definitely do not need to make a separate video about this. But yeah, physical Vegito Blue was, you know, shown on the Twitter last night, and he is indeed the same as he is on Global. He does not need to be changed. He's already, like, pretty much the best TR in the game. I'm very excited for him. I was able to get some extra crit equipment for physical, so my Vegito Blue is going to have a pretty good chance to crit, so I'm very excited for that. I believe he comes out in less than 24 hours. He comes out tonight, right? So no, actually, I think it might be 2 days away. I'd have to double check, but very exciting for Vegito Blue, obviously. Oh, we're going to get a day to download, actually. Yeah, what's today? I don't even know what day of the week it is. Okay, it's Tuesday. We'll probably get a day to download, like, tonight or tomorrow. We'll see if there's anything special in there. I doubt it. It's probably just going to be Vegito Blue. And then next week, we'll get a day to download for the World Tournament. But, you know, we'll kind of see how things are going to go. So, let me know what you guys think of, you know, Vegito Blue coming to JP. Exact same details as Global. That's good. He did not need to be buffed, obviously. That would be very stupid. And then, of course, top grossing. Again, I'm sorry, but this is not a big deal. Like, this is fine. Again, the major complaints were that, you know, Blue Kaioken Goku didn't get top grossing rewards, so they changed things up. This is the result of it, and now people are complaining again. It's like, y'all just can't be satisfied. Like, this top grossing is direct, like, feedback from the Blue Kaioken Goku banner. If the Blue Kaioken Goku banner had not happened and all the complaining had not happened back then there would be no top grossing right now. This would not have even qualified. So keep that in mind. So, again, let me know what you guys think of that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.